Hello and a very warm welcome on this Sunday morning, which here in Folkestone is a bit overcast and cold. Alas, it is winter. My name is Dr. Ronja Wies and I'm with GlobeMe Bliss-Life Coaching. I'd like to welcome you to my latest event that I'm posting on Facebook and that I'm inviting you to and welcoming you to. It is called the Valentine's Forgiveness Challenge. It will run for 21 days. Because by then, by the 13th of February, we will have completed 21 days of a forgiveness challenge that will help us move into a space of more love. Why 21 days? Because it takes 21 days at least to change a habit. And aren't we all in a habit of fostering some resentment towards people or having regrets about certain kinds of choices that we've made in our life? It is absolutely natural. Why? Because we want to hold on to pain, because pain causes anger on top of other emotions, and anger is supposed to keep us safe. And it does so very often. But you might have noticed in these new energies that anger doesn't get us very far anymore. On the contrary, the more angry we are, the worse it gets, because the whole world at the moment is angry. There's so many things festering out, coming up to be released and to be healed. So if you are ready to heal some deep hurt that you've been harboring for years, months, or even days, or even longer throughout lifetimes, then I invite you to take part in this challenge. It's not that hard. All you would have to do is read this forgiveness invocation out loud at least once, preferably 3 times a day. If not, at least once in the morning and once in the evening. There is a private Facebook group, which some of you have already joined. As I said, it's private. Nobody can see what you post and share, except other people in the group. And let me tell you, everybody in this group is supportive and loving. If they're not, they will not be part in this group. I'll be monitoring it, obviously. I'll be providing help and suggestions, some of which will be posted this afternoon already. That's really all you have to do. Read this forgiveness invocation. Even if you don't manage to believe the words while you're reading it. Because what you do with this invocation, other people call it a prayer, is that you ask for help from the above, from beyond, from God, however you want to call what is out there and supporting us, to help you let go of those things that you refuse to let go of because they do provide you safety, even if on a subconscious level. That is the whole point of this invocation. If, however, you would like to go deeper and release something that has to do possibly with finding love or loving more deeply, or being more intimate emotionally in your current relationship, whether it is your romantic relationship or other relationships with family, friends, etc. And you would like to work on the aspect of love, which is the topic for Valentine's Day, clearly, then I have a 3-step forgiveness plan worked out for you as well. In this, which is several pages long, it's a whole course that I've designed in 2018 already, I'll actually go into what forgiveness is exactly, why it is so important, because just now I just gave you a very, very quick explanation of why it's not healthy for us to hang on to anger, right? And even this is a very, very short course, intended for 21 days. So exactly the 3 weeks that lead up to Valentine's. So I'll talk about what forgiveness is and what it is not. Because so very often we think, oh, well, I've gotten over it, whatever. And really, we haven't. We haven't gotten over it. The hurt is still there and we don't know how to get rid of it. So I explain in more detail what forgiveness is and what it is not. Then I'll introduce the 3-step forgiveness plan, which is similar to the invocation that we do here in the challenge. However, it goes much, much deeper. What actually happens is that we find and practice a method that comes from energy healing, which is similar to the tapping method, or EFT as it is also called, but it's a much quicker version. It's a very shortened version, which is very, very effective, which I actually learned from a very knowledgeable doctor in Germany over 30 years ago already, which I still practice in my AFT, in my Akashic field therapy, in which I resolve past life traumas. So you'll learn how to do that while actually using this invocation. And what's more is that you get, I don't want to say prompts, but topics really for each week. Because with the whole invocation, we learn to forgive others for what they've done to us. We learn to forgive ourselves for what we've done to ourselves by creating certain situations, or whether it's consciously or subconsciously, doesn't matter, and what we've done to others. So with this little booklet, you will become more specific, and you'll have an opportunity to journal, which is really important, because this way it helps you to mentally process what you're also doing on a spiritual, energetic level by doing the tapping, and the emotional level. So it combines all three areas of healing, really, in this little course that I offer. It's very valuable. It'll help you, as I said, gain more intimacy with loved ones, because you can let go of hurt. And when we let go of hurt, we let go of anger. When we let go of anger, we can take our walls down, our walls of protection. Once we do that, we learn that vulnerability is actually a superpower. Vulnerability as a superpower is being sensitive, being empathic, but also being healed and strong enough in yourself to feel compassion for the other person. That is a very, very advanced thing to get to. We're all on our journey. There are hardly any people in this world who've gotten there. But I think our purpose in life is to get there as best we can. If not only so that we don't hurt any longer. So, in order to give you a better idea of what we're up to, I will read this forgiveness invocation right now, so you know what it sounds like. And again, I invite you to join or to dive deeper with a 3-step forgiveness plan that I'll post on my social media sites later. And yeah, if you're in this group, please do share. Fill out the questionnaire that I posted. It's just a few simple questions. They don't hurt. It's just to really help us keep track of where we are now, so that we have something to compare it to after the 3 weeks. Oh, by the way, I've done this challenge before. I don't even know, many years ago. And it was very, very successful. People felt intense changes, intense shifts in how they felt about certain situations and people and about themselves. And all they did literally was read this invocation out loud, because that course that I just showed you didn't exist back then. Okay? So if you're interested in healing and letting go of something, or simply in doing something like a spring cleanse, just to get rid of, I don't know, negative thoughts about the guy who cut you off on the highway the other day or whatever, just do it. It doesn't hurt. Read it once a day, share in the Facebook group, be open, support others. A community is a lovely thing. If we've learned one thing of the many things that we've learned over the past few years of chaos, no further comments, it's a community is so important. Okay, so let me get into this forgiveness invocation, as I call it. Other people call it forgiveness prayer. And it's been around for a while. I have tried to track down the source. I cannot do that any longer because it's been out there so long that there really is no source that I could possibly cite. I have, however, adapted it a little bit so it is not plagiarized, because I don't believe in plagiarism. So let me just wet my whistle real quick with hot water. Good for you. Oh, and another little note. It says on the Forgiveness Invocation here up in the front that it doesn't matter what appellation you use, what name you use. Okay? If you're a Christian, you want to call to God. If you believe in your guardian angels and you want to call to them. If you just believe in the quantum field or in heavenly helpers, I call them my heavenly entourage because I have various beings in my life, really, in my energy field who support me. You can choose whatever you want. Okay, it doesn't matter. As long as you call upon somebody that you hope or know will help you. So I choose to call on Mother Mary because she's my go-to saint, as I call her. Every time I feel scared, I call upon her and immediately my fear evaporates. It is absolutely miraculous. I love it. So since she also stands for love and embodies love in a very special way, I'll call upon her in this invocation that I'll read to you right now. And if you want, you can just close your eyes, take a deep breath, and have the words work for you as well. Let my voice speak for you. Dear Mother Mary, please help me forgive anybody or anything that has ever caused me pain, whether deliberately or not, at any time or any place. Please assist me in forgiving them and releasing my resentment. Please help me forgive myself for any pain I have ever caused others, whether deliberately or not, at any time or any place. Please assist me in forgiving myself and acknowledging my humanity. Please help me forgive myself for any pain I have ever caused myself, whether deliberately or not, at any time or any place. Please assist me in forgiving myself and trusting that all serves my spiritual growth. I invoke the power of forgiveness and reconnect with my inherent divine innocence to heal my body, mind, and soul. Thank you, and so it is. Take another deep breath and open your eyes and come back to me. Because I'd like to thank you for listening to me, for watching this little video, and for possibly, hopefully, joining us in this group on Facebook or doing this cleanse on your own, learning a little bit about forgiveness, reaching out to me for other ways of healing. If there's something you really struggle with, I'm here for you. Or to actually do the 3-step forgiveness plan, which is much more detailed, and again, which I'll post later in the group and on my sites. Again, thank you so much for joining. Have a lovely Sunday. Until next time, namaste.